Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Now, here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again, whether you're tuning in on the radio dial here in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM. We welcome you all back to our show. Also, those tuning in through our online affiliates around the world, we're glad to have all of you with us as well. We're excited to welcome Tracy Allen to our program today. Tracy is the owner of 9to5Not Business Solutions. We're going to talk to Tracy not only about the building of her own business and brand, but what it's been like for her to provide a valuable service for entrepreneurs and business owners, and how she's been able to use social media to be able to spread the word about her business. Now, Tracy also has been very open and honest about her own personal journey through social media. We'll talk to her a little bit about that, but also how you all can stay connected with her along her professional journey and also be able to find out more information about what she has to offer. Tracy, hello to you and welcome to the program.
Hey there, Cyrus. Thank you.
Hey, glad to have you on with us, Tracy. As I said, we're going to talk to you about 9to5Not Business Solutions, but I want to first of all talk about the journey of being an entrepreneur and using social media. There's so many people who, even to this day, they still don't see the value in being able to use social media and building their business and brand. How is social media, in particular Instagram and Facebook, how have those been able to be building for you, Tracy?
Well, it allows you to connect with so many more people versus just the old traditional ways, I've been able to connect with people from all over the world and do videos for people all over the world, help people with their social media, just so many different ways that you can put a post up on Facebook and somebody somewhere sees something of value, or whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is, there's always people that see value in something that you provide and they need.
For sure. And I think, that in itself says a lot about what you were doing as a entrepreneur and business owner yourself, Tracy. Talk to us about how the idea for 9to5Not Business Solutions came about. I love the name, but tell us about how it all kind of came together for you.
Well, years ago, I worked in an office, and I just remember saying to myself, man, someday I'm going to have my own business, and I'm going to name it 9to5Not because I hate 9 to 5. But, as then in 2010 when I was working for a car dealership and they shut that business down, I said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and start my own business. And when I decided to name it 9to5Not, I understood that was a pretty gutsy name because it gives the interpretation to some folks that, oh, she's doing big things. She's making all kind of money not working a 9 to 5. But that's not necessarily how that began. And it's still, still not there yet. But the neat thing about it, having that name as 9to5Not is the products that I provide are digital products, websites and videos and all of that stuff. Those are digital products that work beyond the hours of 9 to 5. So what I provide people is a way to continue to advertise their business, promote their business, make money around the clock, 24/7, 365.
And there are a lot of great products that you've been able to offer. I've been noticing your videos you've done for the green screens, but also for your great calendars, which I have one myself, thanks to you, Tracy, that has, either the business logo or a product on it, has the calendar, and then an opportunity to be able to go directly to that business's website through their code there that you put on the calendar. Talk to us about that idea, because I think that's really innovative and something that we don't see a lot of. How did you come up with the idea of being able to bring the business literally to the person no matter when they might scan the code?
Well, the QR code has been around for quite some time, and excuse the noise as I'm driving home here. I'm getting ready to stop so that it's not so noisy.
Yeah.
But I always thought that was a great thing, a great piece of technology, but I just felt like a lot of people weren't really using it. And so, last year, for some reason, the QR code popped back in my head, and I went on YouTube to look up and see what people were saying. Are they saying that it's dead, or are people not using it? And so I found a video where these two guys are like, yeah, the QR code is dead, ain't nobody using that, blah, 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 blah. But then it came back to me again. Okay, so as I was doing these calendars, right, the calendar was kind of symbolic of what I've been dealing with the whole breast cancer issue. So here it is, 2018. I've gone through pretty much all the treatments and stuff. And so I wanted to make these calendars. And making the calendars just kind of allowed me to feel like, okay, it's a new year. Let me put a face to the new year and stuff. So anyway, I was grabbing people's pictures and just kind of sending out these calendars. And I sent a calendar to this one lady who is an artist, and she really loved it. She's, oh my gosh, I love this so much. She said, my song is getting ready to be released. Her name is Sherry Brown, and she's about to release a new CD. She actually wrote one of Patrice Rushen's, if anybody remembers Patrice Rushen's Forget Me Not. She wrote that song. And so she's about to release this new CD. So she says, hey, I would love to be able to put my link to my song on the calendar. And so I'm thinking, well, gosh, we don't want to put iTunes.com/number signals. You know how those long links are.
Right.
So I said, oh, I got it. So I said, the QR code, that's going to work best for her. And so, all of a sudden it just came back. I was flooded with ideas about how to use this QR code. So if you've got a link that you want people to go to, now people can just scan that link, look at the calendar, scan the calendar, get that code, go straight there, buy that song.
Yeah, and it's perfect. I mean, and it's a perfect way of, and what I love about it too, Tracy, and again, in following you on social media, not stalking you, but following you, is that I've been able to see how you've been able to share the different reactions, not only from yourself, of course, being able to demonstrate it, but then you have a friend of yours you created one for that took her to some memorable experiences, and she was like, what did you do? I mean, it was great to be able to see that genuine emotion. When you see that, Tracy, I mean, how does it make you feel as a business owner feeling a need? How does it make you feel about how your product is being received?
Absolutely wonderful, because that's what it's all about. When you provide a way for people to use the technology that's out there, ways that they might not have thought about it, and it takes them to a memory. It takes them to or it takes other people to their website or capture page, more importantly, so that people can capture those emails and stuff. But it makes me feel good to be able to provide that service and to help people expand their thought process as to how to keep their doors open even when the doors are closed.
Right. For sure. I think that's the great thing, and we're going to be letting you all know how you can stay connected with Tracy and find out more information about how you can get your personalized items as well. I want to say for those who are just tuning in, either on the radio side or online, you're listening to Conversations Live. Tracy Allen is our guest for this segment. We're talking with Tracy not only about the idea for her business, 9to5Not Business Solutions, how it all came about, but also what it's been like for her to use social media and other products to be able to reach her customers and clients in an innovative way. Now, Tracy, you alluded to the personal aspect that I mentioned earlier, and that being, of course, your own fight against breast cancer. And one of the things that I think that I really wanted to talk to you about that I think is so interesting is that, a lot of times there is this idea. I mean, I joke with people and tell them my personal and professional life kind of mold together as one because I really have no life outside of work. What people see is pretty much what my life is like. What was it like for you to make that decision to share that part of your life with the world?
Well, it was super scary to find out that I was diagnosed with cancer, breast cancer.
Mm-hmm.
I just never thought that would be something that would be a part of my life. You grow up watching, hey, let's have a cure for cancer, and you see the people and the kids and all of these different things, and you say, oh, man, those poor people. And then, all of a sudden you find out you're one of those people. That was just mind-blowing to me. But at the same time, I was like, okay, well, since I am now one of those people, I want to let everybody know. I'm going to share this with the world so folks can follow. And if something happens, then and I can't be here, at least y'all had a little bit of me to share as we were going through this process,
Right.
But fortunately, as I was going through it, my spirit started letting me know that I'm going to be okay, especially after that first chemo treatment when the doctors saw that it was starting to shrink the cancer. It was like as soon as I had that first treatment, it started shrinking the cancer. So it didn't do my body good in a whole lot of other ways, but it definitely helped to shrink the cancer. And I felt it was important to let people know, this is me, this is what I'm going through, and just allow people in. we live in this fast-paced world where everything is digitalized. And as much as I love technology, I still love the human touch. I still love being able to connect with people. And so if it helps anybody to be able to hear what I was going through, to help them with something that maybe they have to prepare for now, or whether it's for them or someone else, or maybe they don't have to deal with it now, but maybe in the future something comes up, God forbid, but if something comes up in the future, okay, well, Tracy, she made it through. How did she make it through? You can go back and watch all of those videos.
Right, for sure. And, the other thing is your sense of humor, Tracy. You didn't lose that along the way, even when it came to the changes in your hair texture and, and things like that. I mean, what helped you to kind of keep that attitude? And I want to actually expand that, if you don't mind, to not only what you were dealing with personally, but also, quite frankly, when it comes to professionally, too, because every day is not going to be great when it comes to business for our audience out there. I mean, what is it that kind of helps you to kind of find the humor, to find the joy in life?
I think it's just something within me. I've always been that way. Painful situations, sometimes I might get more sillier than ever. But it helps me when I can make someone else laugh or smile. It just makes me feel good. So, I just try to find the humor in everything. I try to find the blessings in everything. Because even though this was not a very fun experience at all, there's just so many blessings that have come out of it. Being able to talk to you on this broadcast, that's a blessing. There have been people that have said, hey, you helped me to help someone else, or I went and got my first mammogram because of you sharing your story. All of that makes me feel good, and it makes me just laugh inside. So I just feel good when when I know that I'm doing something good for others. And so when it comes to me and my sense of humor, like I said, I think it's just part of my nature. It's just who I am. I laugh at stuff that maybe some people might not laugh at. But then I cry, too. Because to be honest with you, when I had to pull a picture for someone that requested a photo of me, and I went through those pictures and I looked at myself as I took pictures that I didn't necessarily share with you guys with no eyebrows, but I saw the pictures of me with no eyebrows and no hair, but still smiling, and pictures of me where I'm pulling the hair out, and all these different things, and it was just so it was overwhelming to where I was like, wow, it just made me cry. So I have those moments where I am deeply affected by what's going on. But most of the time, I'm just pushing forward, and just grateful to be at whatever point I get to. So once I get there, I'm like, okay, I made it this far. We have something to smile and laugh about.
For sure. It's a great thing for all of us to be able to remember. So, as we are now, embarking on a brand new year, that we're going through the month of January, February is literally right around the corner. What are you excited about now, professionally, especially, Tracy? I mean, as you are being able to roll out these products, to have fun with the green screens, as I see you moving from place to place, thanks to green screen. What are you excited about for what you're doing with 9to5Not Business Solutions this year?
This year, I'm excited about helping more people understand different ways to be able to market their business. The green screen technology. If I'm a realtor and I've got property in one area and then another property 100 miles away, I can actually be at both locations. I can have a video playing behind me of that location and talk about it while I'm in front of the screen, so I'm still connecting with my audience. And so getting people to understand that they can do that, I think is so powerful. And getting people to understand the QR code and various ways to be able to use that QR code, I'm excited about that. So I think this year, like I said, the most exciting thing is just knowing that I'm getting ready to help people, not just by doing, because I feel a little bit limited in what I can do because of the aches and pains that I'm dealing with now. But teaching people, that's something I can always do.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, your life is a lesson, I think, Tracy, for all of us, and not only appreciating where we are, but also looking for ways that we can better be of service. I think that's one of the things I get from 9to5Not Business Solutions, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to have you as a guest, because I think our audience needs to get out of the way of excuses. I mean, a lot of things you could have used excuses for, but you were able to find a way. And I think pushing forward is so important in business and in life, and it's great that you've been able to set that as an example for us. So we definitely appreciate that, Tracy. Again, everyone, Tracy Allen has been our guest. She's the founder of 9to5Not Business Solutions. Tracy, let our audience know, how can they stay connected with you and kind of keep up with the what's next for you?
Well, you can follow me. I'm reworking my website. So if you go to 9to5not.com/capture01, that will allow you to sign up for a free 15-minute consultation with me. And so 9to5not, whenever I say it, people start saying, "Do you spell it out? What is it? A 2, the number 2, is it dash?" It's like, oh my gosh, okay. It's the number 9, the word 2, T-O, the number 5, the word not, N-O-T, because again, it is not a 9 to 5. So 9to5not.com/capture, because I want you to sign up so that you can be on my calendar, capture 01, 9to5not.com/capture01. Put your name and email in, get on my calendar, let's strategize. Let's just kind of go through what is it that you want to do, and let's see if there's some way that I can help you. That's the best way to connect with me. And I'm also open to phone calls. People are afraid of calling people nowadays, but I open my line. So 619-248-2640. I'm out here in sunny San Diego.
All right. So make sure you're definitely staying connected with Tracy. As she said, I mean, she's very accessible. We'll make sure to put the link there for our online audience, especially Tracy, for them to be able to find you there at the link that you mentioned. But again, make sure you're staying connected with Tracy, and of course through social media as well. I mean, that's one of the ways that she and I have been able to stay connected. So make sure you're definitely following her on Instagram to be able to stay connected with her journey as well. Tracy, again, congratulations to you. Thank you so much for the time, and looking forward to our next conversation together.
Absolutely. Thank you, Cyrus.
Hey, thank you. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. If you all came in late and missed part of the conversation with Tracy, don't worry. Thanks to our online friends, you all can catch the replay right after we go off the air. The link is already available through our social media site. So head over to facebook.com/CyrusWebb or go to twitter.com/CyrusWebb. If you click on the link there, you can listen to the show completely for free and share it with your friends from there too. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Make sure you take out time to enjoy some good music as well as a great book. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live today. You all make it a great one.